So I hear with me, Timo. Timo, you want to do a bit of a quick introduction while the rest of
Yeah,
people come in?
sure. So my name is Timo Mason. What I'm focusing on is AI-powered growth, now specifically for Substack creators. Where I originally came from, what we also will talk about today, is like Twitter. I started my English personal brand with that and then grew that very successfully with like totally 15 million views. And I got a lot of eyes and attention over there, but it was all like very short-term attention and nothing that's a good foundation. So I heard about Substack, and specifically I heard a lot from you and Fernie about Substack.
Oh,
So I
really?
guess, yeah. So I guess you were actually like the main reason that I looked into Substack. And then I figured out Substack is somehow a social media like Twitter, but instead of followers, you focus more on email subscribers, which is way more valuable and a way better foundation. So then around 4 months or 3 months ago, 3 months, I decided to make the full switch from Twitter to Substack. And now I'm here. And now today I finally have my first Substack live stream.
Good job. Okay, so you come from X. I left X. I think in 2024. I couldn't stand the my feed. My feed is full of Donald Trump and yeah, whatever.
Uh,
It gets too political.
I guess that's the algorithm you got into. Like my algorithm was always full with like productivity stuff just because I engaged with it, you know?
Ah, yeah.
And some people, they get like a crypto feed. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it's the most stuff with Twitter is always crypto and always Donald
Political
Trump.
stuff.
Yeah.
These two. I'm not sure whether you know I actually jumped to threads. I spend 30% of my time in threads, 70% of my time in Substack. Right. So that's where I spend most of my time other than Substack. Right. So yeah, so welcome. For those of you who just joined us, this is our third week of our first digital dollar project, and then I have here with me Timo. And then for those of you who have absolutely no clue, please look out for the post that Timo sent out through my guest post yesterday. Right, so the guest post talks about his journey of getting his first digital sales. So this live is mainly for me to dive deeper. If some a few discussions, I prepare here some questions as well. Right. So let me start off with the first question. This is very interesting. Right. So you you mentioned in your post that your first product was a Notion template, which is the Twitter HQ Notion template, right? So why did you pick Notion template and why do you pick Twitter?
Yeah. So this question has a whole story as an answer. So I guess I have to start about 1 year before the Twitter HQ came out,
Yeah, go ahead.
because before, like I would say, one of my first business models, before that I did even other stuff, but one of my first business models was actually trading. So I went into the Forex market every day and did trading, and I liked it a lot. And it was a really nice business. It's still a very nice business model to just do day trading. And so what I needed for my day trading was a trading journal where you put on all your trading entries, if you made money, if you lost money, and to track it all and to compare it. And just the people I worked with together, they all did it in Notion. And that's how I first got into Notion. I tried different trading journals from other people, but like sooner or later, I built my own trading journal and then I keep just trading with it. And the thing with the trading business model is that it's not like you can hustle for 6-7 hours a day, like with the trading concept that I did. It was like you check the market for 1 hour. If there's a trade, you do the trade. If there's nothing available, you go offline. And so it's hard to stay offline if you don't have anything better to do. So what I did on the side of trading, I wanted to build another type of business where you can actually hustle for multiple hours a day. So I had this trading journal, and then I had the thought, it's very valuable. I made this, and it also could be valuable to other people. So I came up with the idea to market this Notion trading journal. But
Okay.
back then, it was still in the German market. So I actually, before I had the Timo Mason personal brand, I had the Timo Maurer German personal brand.
Okay.
So I built like my own website with WordPress and made like a landing page and did like my first website copy and landing page copy and product design of the Notion template.
All the full works.
Yeah, the full German personal brand. I even did like a freebie or whatever. And that was like my first step into Notion templates and into my first digital product, but it was completely unsuccessful. Like, if I go a little bit deeper into it, the marketing strategy, I had like my own website. I think it's still online. It was like timomaurer.de, like just German website.
Okay.
And
D
the
is
plan
German.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, the plan was to get like long-term traffic over SEO. So I
Okay.
wrote just like a bunch of articles about trading. And the thing is that I guess it was like 2021 or something like that. And it was at the moment where ChatGPT came out. So I just wrote in ChatGPT, write me an article about this trading topic, and then I just copy pasted it into the website. So like it's nothing compared to the articles I write now. It was just completely one sentence and then taking the whole ChatGPT article and putting it on the website. And I thought people would like to read it, and I thought it would be good content and I would get traffic. But of course, nobody read it, and it was nothing. So nobody bought my German trading journal.
Yep.
Then, as I had this experience, I figured I wanted to learn more about the Notion template space in general. And what I found out is that there's a big English Notion template space. So I guess I decided to join Twitter to find out about it. And my first idea for the for the switch from the German market to the English market is to is to is to turn the trading journal just into an English trading journal. And while I was working on that, I also came up with my next idea. And my next idea was doing a template for content creators, because now I started doing content for the trading journal.
Mm.
And then this content creator uh, Notion template turned into the Twitter HQ, because I specifically did Twitter and niche down. And that's how I ended up with the Twitter HQ.
Okay. So you just like any other creators out there, you solve a problem for yourself first, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Right. So how did it go? From the moment you how the moment you finish the template, then how do you proceed to launch it? Do you go through any plan, any
Yeah,
any
so
strategy?
I guess I was not that strategic back then, but I think I had like, yeah, I still have it somewhere in my ConvertKit system, but I had like a 3-day email sequence, and I don't know how many subscribers I had back then. I would guess I had around like 300 or 400 email subscribers, but most of them, it was not a strong audience. It was not quality, because most of them came like from Twitter giveaways, you know.
Okay.
So Uh, yeah, so I just had the 3-day email sequence, which was also very, very bad in comparison to what I would do now. I mean, now I was a little bit further with AI content writing. I still work with ChatGPT, but yeah, I just had a very basic 3-day launch sequence where I said, yeah, this is the Twitter HQ. And these are all the benefits, and these are the results you get. Like really nothing special, no storytelling, nothing. Just short
Okay.
emails telling you it's very nice, you should buy it. So that was not as successful as I wish it would be. But I guess what helped me a lot is that I grew on Twitter more and more. So I automatically had some social proof that it's working. So sooner or later, I I got the first sale. Somebody trusted me enough to give me $25.
How long did it take from the product launch to your first sale?
I'm not sure, but probably not that long, probably a few weeks.
Ah, okay. So you belong to the lucky bunch.
I mean, I tried enough of other business models before where I didn't make a single dollar, so I wouldn't call myself lucky.
Yeah. Because I have met people who have been launching for more than 6 months and they couldn't get any sales. So it is the tweaking. I think it's the tweaking. So then after that, what's your next product?
After the Twitter HQ,
Yeah.
what I did actually first that I didn't talk about in the story or anything,
Yeah.
but I took the outlet of the Twitter HQ and duplicated it a bunch of times and then made it fitting for the other social media platforms. So
Ah,
I
okay.
made Instagram HQ, LinkedIn HQ, TikTok HQ, and YouTube HQ. So I had at the end I had six HQs, and I just adapted each one so it fits the platform. And through this, I didn't make like a big launch or anything, but just over long term, it made good money because like every once and then somebody bought one of them off of Gumroad. But that's like actually the first thing I did after because it was just duplicating. But if we talk about the next real product, it was the rival thread GBT. So it was like a custom GBT. And the story behind that was that, yeah, I was getting more and more into content writing with AI and I was getting into custom GBTs. So I just figured out a GBT that gave me really good results. And I had like this one thread that blew up. And before that, I had a few threads that went well with like a few 100,000 views. But then I had this one thread that got like 5 million views. And then I came to the idea I could I could productize the GBT because now I have social proof. So I already had the system and potentially I could turn it into a product. But the main reason why I ended up turning this GBT into a product was that I had the social proof. So I built like a Gumroad page, a Gumroad landing page for it, just putting in all the viral threads I had with it. I made like an email sequence just showing all the social proof, like it all relied on the results I got with it. And this worked like really, really well. I think it's with the viral thread writer and just like in- I guess in 3 weeks, I made like 200 something dollar with the $7 product alone. I
Mm,
priced $7 for it. So this worked really well. And it was like the first time where I felt like I have product market fit. Like I have this product, I just put it in the market and just people buy it, you know? I didn't
mm,
have a
mm,
massive audience, but it just seemed like it was a really good product market fit.
mm. There's two keywords or two sets of keywords I heard when you are talking about your journey. The first set of keyword is the ability to duplicate the same template multiple times and customize it for the different niches, right? So I think that is very important for the rest of solopreneurs and creators here that you can create uh, something that is generic, but then if you can create something that has its own niches, then you can sell again, right? And the beauty of it is that you just need to do a bit of tweaking to the content to make it suit the the particular niche that you are talking about, right? Then the second interesting thing that I noticed is that you start to uh, pivot into custom GPT, right? Uh, is there a particular um, thought process that made you say, "Oh, I must switch to this now"?
Yeah, so it was not about switching. It was more about expanding my product catalog, you know?
Mm,
So if you think about the product and the problems the product solve, the Twitter HQ solves the problem of bad content management and being inconsistent with posting content because you don't have a content system set up and you don't manage your content well. So you cannot plan a lot of content beforehand and you don't know when to post what. So the Twitter HQ solves the problem of bad content management and helps you to manage your content well so you can post consistently. And now the same person might also have the problem that the content creation itself takes a long time, like writing a tweet or writing a thread. So I can have the thread writer GBT as a matching upsell when somebody buys the Twitter HQ. So the idea behind it was just to have like a product ecosystem where I can have the matching products as as an upsell, so that because people that buy the Twitter HQ, they might also be interested in the thread GBT for
mm,
the different specific problem they have. So yeah, I decided to go into GBTs because I just really like the idea of creating content with AI that's personal instead of generic. And I wanted to get into that, and it just matches to build the product ecosystem with different types of products, not just Notion templates, but also info products, then of course. But I also had GBTs in mind because it was just interesting for me personally. And I did it
mm.
anyway. I used it anyway for myself.
Okay, so this one is a bit this one will be also another interesting question that arise from that is that um over the past few months we see a lot of scheduling app, right, SaaS app that also incorporates AI, right? That means I can write, for example, Tactfully or Black Twist, they also have certain AI capabilities inside. So I can schedule a tweet and I can write using AI within the app, the SaaS app itself. So how do you actually stand out from all these SaaS platforms?
You mean how I position my
Yeah. How do you position
GBTs?
yourself?
I mean, through one side, the GBT, like how I sell it, is with my personal results, and no SaaS, or from what I saw, they cannot lead with personal results. Like they Typefully is a platform, and a lot of creators use it, and they have the social proof as of the how many tweets they scheduled and how many big creators they use it. But like from my standpoint, my social proof is unique in this way that I myself posted a thread and it went super viral, and you can just check it out. Here's the link. You can read it. Then I guess because it's a good thread, people want to read it. They connect with me personally because they connect with the personal story of the thread. And in this way, I guess it's positioned different. And of course, also from the other side, that I'm a solopreneur, that I'm just a 22-year-old guy that likes to build stuff on the internet and not some SaaS company, but like just a 22-year-old guy that likes to build stuff. That's
Yeah.
also different positioning, I
Now
guess.
that you say you're 22, I realize I'm more than double your age.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, still a long way to go. Okay, so there's this we move on now. Okay, because I have a few question lined up. Okay, and then the moment your first sale happened, right? This one is a question I asked all the other contributors. The moment the first sale came in, what was your um, immediate thought?
Yeah.
What goes what goes in what goes on in your brain?
So when I had the first sale, it was a good feeling, but it was more like it's like when you when you eat a little bit of candy and it tastes nice, but then you're more hungry. After you eat the candy, you're more hungry than before. And so that was the feeling that I got that, yeah, nice, I made $25, but I want to make more. Like, okay, now I'm really hungry. Before I was not that hungry, but now I'm really hungry because I had that first success. And for me, it's not about making more money to buy stuff or anything. Like, I'm very aware that everything you need to be happy and fulfilled has nothing to do with money and with business, but that business is just this thing, this game that you can play in life. And it's just fun to do business and to succeed. And the metric to measure if you succeed in this game of business is money. And it's a fun game to play. So I want to play it as well as possible and make as much money as possible just because it's fun. Yeah.
Okay. So that's mindset. But operationally, do you make any changes?
Um,
Or like for example, oh, it works. Maybe I need to post double of what I post, or I must produce more content, or is there any changes that you make?
Operationally wise, uh, not as much because I guess I just had the proof that the template worked, and what I operationally wise guess I focused more was on building a content ecosystem around it. So I saw, okay, people are willing to buy the Twitter HQ. So what other products can I build that support the Twitter HQ? For
For the
example,
same persona, right?
yes, for
Oh,
example, the thread writer. Okay, people buy the Twitter HQ. This is proven. So let me find out all the ways I can sell them even more cool stuff when they buy the Twitter HQ, just to increase the value per customer.
okay.
Yeah,
The lifetime value of the customer.
yeah. I guess
Okay.
that was my focus then.
Okay. So after your Twitter HQ, after your custom GPT, then what else do you create after that?
What I also tried out is info products at some point, more or less. I mean, I also did info products as freebies, as lead magnets. All my Twitter giveaways were mostly freebies. It was not classical courses or classical info products, but I guess you would count it as info products. Like my first freebie, it was also very successful, was like a Twitter swipe file of 200 viral tweets. And
Okay.
that was very hard to
I think
make.
I saw that.
Yeah, because I did it all manually. I think I
Mm,
spent like 16 very intense hours. I think I made it like in 2 days. And the whole
okay.
2 days, I just worked on a Twitter swipe file. So the
Okay.
whole 2 days, I just sat in the office somewhere in Bali, I think, and looked on through Twitter through all viral tweets I could find and put that into like a Notion database. So it was so much work. Uh, but then I put it on Twitter and people really liked it and enjoyed it. And I did a bunch of info products like this just to make Twitter giveaways, to get viral giveaways, to get email subscribers, and to get that people buy my lead magnets. So I guess I did a bunch of these info products, but then later I also went into specific typical info products like courses. The one that stands out to me the most was a 30-day email course I did together with Tadeas. I guess you know Tadeas?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We did like,
He's more in threads.
yes, I think he
Uh,
has like 20,000
yeah,
subscribers on Threads,
20,000. Yeah.
and now he's getting more into Instagram. And he's like a very good creator friend of mine. and we decided to make like a 30-day email course together, and
Okay.
was called the 1000 follower blueprint. So we took like the fundamentals of threads, because he was big on threads, and the fundamentals of Twitter, and we like combined it. Like we teach the fundamentals of both platforms. So because at the end you can just make content and post it on both platforms and it can work.
Yeah.
So we made a 30-day email course about that, and it was a very interesting experience firsthand because it was the first time I did like a collaboration product, like working together with another person to
Mm,
create a real product. And on the other hand, it was my first big info product. So the process and all the learnings I had there were just really interesting. And at the end, it was not like this big bang, but we made a few $100s with it. But the big reason why we made a few $100s with it is because the plan, how to market it, was heavily dependent on partners. And back
mm,
then, I I was only on Twitter, so I didn't know that many people that had like email lists that we could use for like a launch.
mm.
But I talked to the people that I knew had an email list and looked if they were interested. And some people with smaller email lists were interested, but all the people I knew with bigger email lists, they didn't join the 50% affiliate launch. But there was one guy, maybe you know him, Chris Osikowski.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he agreed, and he's a very big guy.
Yeah.
So all the hundreds of dollars we made were all
From his
uh,
side.
his email, because he helped promote the 1000 follower blueprint. So this was a very nice and interesting experience.
Mm,
And just to see, uh, even some other people asked me how I managed to get into the email of Chris. But yeah, I just talked to him and asked him, and he said yes. And this is the way the launch got successful.
yeah.
Just asking, you
Yeah.
don't
Just
have
us.
anything to lose.
Just us. Oh, okay. So, uh, since we are at the topic of giveaway, I know that you do a lot of giveaways in X, right? Twitter X. Uh, have you seen a lot of giveaway in Substack?
Yes. I mean, have you?
I haven't seen. The only ones I saw is by Nicholas Cole.
Yes, that's also the only successful one I saw about his.
Yeah, yeah.
But I
But
mean, I saw it.
other than that, I don't remember seeing any other giveaway by any other creators.
Yeah. So, I mean, when Nicholas Cole posted this was like the exact time where I went into Substack. So
Ah, okay.
I was transitioning from Twitter to Substack, and I was looking into it, which content works. So I
Ah,
was like, okay, probably giveaways are not working. But then I saw the post from Nicholas Cole and thought like, wow, cool, even giveaways are working here. So I will try it out. And then I tried it
oh,
out.
you tried.
Yeah, just like 2 or 3,
Okay.
and
How
it
did it?
didn't work out. But the reason was not, I wouldn't say that giveaways don't work at all, but I mean, I was completely new, so I didn't have any audience on Substack, so I didn't
Ah,
have any audience to push it out. So possibly I could try it again. It's actually a very nice idea. Thank you for helping me think of this idea.
yeah.
uh,
I don't mind running a giveaway. We can work out something together, right?
yeah.
But something very unique about Substack you should know by now is that your notes reach followers more and your posts reach subscribers because not all subscribers actually uses the app, right? So it's a very interesting jumble of dynamics between how a follower see your content and how a subscriber sees your content, right? Uh, Even for me, I believe that almost 40% of my subscribers don't use the app. So they actually really just read my post using their email client. So yeah, so because of all these dynamic, it will be interesting to see how we can run a giveaway successfully.
Yeah, but from what you just said about the followers, I mean, I of course see that people follow me, and I understand that they see my content in the app. But I mean, what's the goal with followers? Like the only idea I had in mind, what I want with followers is to convert them into
Yes.
subscribers.
The
Or is
main
there
thing
anything
is,
else?
like for example, now I have about 5,005 subscribers, right?
Mhm.
But I have 14,000 followers. I have been trying a lot, trying to convert followers into subscribers. And it's typically that the stats is about 50%. That means the follow count is always about 2 times your subscriber count. It's about there.
Okay,
So,
but tell me what you tried. I want to know.
because the only way I can reach follower is through notes. So all my daily notes, one of the note is telling them that, hey, if you are following me and you haven't subscribed, this is what you get if you subscribe. You get all the freebies and all the stuff. So I of course there isn't a very specific way uh for me to track this metric unless I turn the URL into a trackable URL, like I convert a bit.ly just to route over, then I can at least see how many people click on the link to go to the same page. But yeah, but it's not that easy to track. Yeah. So just trying out. Once in a while I'll post say, hey, if you follow me and you haven't subscribed, this is what you get, this is what you get. Right. I think another way is of course running giveaways. But even giveaway, there is no certainty that they need to subscribe because they can just follow. Right.
No,
So
I mean, if you, how I would do it is I wouldn't do it over Substack. Like I would just do it a Twitter way, which would be I tell them to write a word if they want the pick of the giveaway, and
yeah,
then in their DM I send them a link to a ConvertKit landing page, and in the ConvertKit landing page they have to give me their email.
yeah,
Then I have their email.
yeah,
I mean, they're not an official Substack
yeah.
subscriber, but
That's
I
called
would have
convert it,
their
right?
email.
Yeah. Or either way, I send in my Substack link.
Yes, so I guess sounds like a good idea. I mean, I will definitely try this now. It's a very good idea, the giveaway
Good.
thing. I will try it out.
So for the 23 of you, you'll start seeing Timo and my giveaway soon.
Yeah, I will first have to make like a really good lead magnet for the giveaways, but I'm very excited to try it out. I mean,
Yeah.
I had the ideas anyway. What I want to focus more of my energy on are like I title it Substack Growth Experiments. So I
Uh,
just try specific things and see the numbers, how they work,
yeah.
and then also make it an article and just try all things I can possibly think of. The last thing I did, which I will probably write the article about today, is I posted 10 notes per day. So normally I checked all my stats and the average is that I post 10 notes a week. So what I post a week, I will I post it every day, and that for 7 days. And then I run the numbers after again, and then I
Hmm.
just compare and say if it's worth it or not. And to make like every type of different Substack growth experiment. So the
Yeah.
giveaway thing is also very nice. Like I ran one giveaway every day for 7 days, and then I just look at the numbers and see how much it helped me to grow on Substack.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's one of the ways that we can definitely try. Right. Okay. So I want to now move away from the business a little bit. We talk about lifestyle, right? You spend a few years in Bali, and
10
then
months.
10 months in Bali, and then you
I'm
move
just
to
22. I don't have that many years to live or lived.
Thailand, right? Tell us
Now I'm
more
in
about
Thailand.
this. Tell us more about why you moved to Thailand. I know you were in Bali for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, I stayed in Bali totally for 10 months, and it's a really nice place. the only two things that were not like optimal for me is one thing is it's a lot of tourists are there, so you meet very nice people, but all the people they leave after 2 weeks, so it's not that easy to make like long-term connections. Like
Okay.
there are a lot of people that live there, but there are not that many. Like after a few months, you know everybody that lives there pretty much. It felt like it. And the other thing is, I just like big cities a lot. I grew up in like a very small village with 2,000 people in the middle of nowhere almost. So having the experience of living in a big city uh, is what I really like and what I really enjoy and what I want to try. So after Bali, I actually didn't move to Thailand. I moved to Vietnam first, and I was there for 3 months in a city called Da Nang. And it was a city vibe, but it was not actually that big. It was not like a metropole, so it didn't satisfy my need for the big city. So then I decided to go to Bangkok because I guess that's like the biggest metropole in Southeast Asia. Uh, so yeah, now I'm here, and I have been here now for a month, and I really like it because here it's like a really big city, and I get my needs satisfied of being in a massive city.
Is Bangkok a place where you find a lot of digital nomads as well?
I guess if you would look for that, but I don't look for any digital nomads. I just look for local people.
Local people.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
it's. I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of digital nomads here, especially I know some people that organize like digital nomad events, and
yeah.
there are a lot of big digital nomads events here in Bangkok. But yeah, I'm not that much about these community events or about curated experiences in general. I'm more about like real local experiences that you don't find on Instagram advertising or anything, like just the real local stuff. That's what I'm interested in.
Okay. So for those of you who join us, Timo spent 8 months in Bali, followed by 3 months in Vietnam, and now he's in Thailand. He's like moving around, living the time of his life and selling digital products. Correct.
Yeah, something like that. I was also in Kuala Lumpur between Bali, but we don't have to make it too complicated.
What are you doing in KL?
Yeah, I mean, it was after my 4 months in Bali, and I wanted to have the big city life. And I also
Oh,
heard about Kuala Lumpur as a big city. So I went there for 1.5 months. The main reasons why I always have these months is just because of the visa. Like
ah,
whatever is easy to live for. Like in Kuala Lumpur, with my German passport, I can stay for free
mm,
for 60 days. So I
okay.
just went there, stayed there 60 days, and I liked it a lot. The big city, I liked it so much. But the general vibe of the city it was not as freedom based as Bangkok. It was relatively strict. So I went back to Bali and stayed there for another 6 months. But KL was nice, but just too strict for me.
Oh, okay. So you were in KL also. All right. How's your feel about Bangkok? Are you going to stay there for long?
I will stay here for 3 months, but that's the reason because of the visa. So after the 3 months, I will actually go back to Germany for a few months. But then my plan is to, after a few months in Germany, I will come back to Southeast Asia and will probably go to Ho Chi Minh City in
Mm,
Vietnam because that's also another city like Bangkok. And then I will just compare because maybe Ho Chi Minh is my big city, but I like Bangkok a lot. So I will just go to Ho Chi Minh, see how Ho Chi Minh is. I compare Ho Chi Minh to Bangkok, and then I guess I make my decision where I want to stay long term. Because the reason I'm traveling around is not because I want to travel around. I'm not a travel person. It's just I want to find my place where I want to stay. And to make this decision, I first have to check out a few places, right?
y- you can come over Singapore.
Yeah, if that's also what I thought about. But Singapore, for that, I guess I have to my online business has to become a little bit better.
You're right. Definitely.
Not
Okay,
there
so
yet.
yeah, so if you drop by, please let me know. All right, so for the 33 of you here, again, Timo is my third contributor for the first digital dollar project that that I'm running from January all the way from January to June. The purpose of the first digital dollar project is to really showcase this journey, the story of 2020 entrepreneurs who has different products, different offers, different strategies, different paths. Right. So if you follow me for the first third and now demo, you notice all the three of them have different offers and different pathways that you what I'm trying to show is that um all the all the choices that you make, all the products, all the offers that you make, they can work. There's no such thing as only this will work, right? To me, everything will work if you find the correct way to work on it, right? And definitely the best way is to learn from all the different solopreneurs who have done it so before you, and then get to know their decision making, their thought processes, their journeys, the circumstances, and I think it's something that's worth sharing. So at this moment in time, any one of you have any question for Timo? Please type it in, and we can check it out. Right. So I know Timo from X, right? And then uh, I think uh, I think I know him better after he joined one of my Notion circle in Telegram. I think
NCC.
yeah, NCC. Yeah. So that's another group that I have. Uh, yeah, it is a very interesting journey for me as well.
You
All
have a
the
lot of.
way. Right. Anyone of you have any questions? You want to ask him? Anyone want to ask him how much it costs to stay in Thailand for a month? How much US dollar, roughly?
I mean, I just had my first month, so don't have the money figured out. But if I would just think of my head, I would say maybe 800.
800 USD.
Yeah, maybe 700,
Mm,
but not that much. I mean, the big thing is just the rent I pay is
definitely the
like
rent.
I have like an apartment here
Mm,
with kitchen and bedroom and stuff like that. This is like 400 USD.
mm,
And then just food a little bit and transportation. That's everything.
yeah. And then all you need is your laptop and Wi-Fi. What
Yeah.
everybody always say. You just need a laptop and Wi-Fi. Right? Any other questions for Mr. Timo here, guys and ladies? Don't have? Okay, so if you have so Timo, if you have advice, one last advice to give to the 23 people here, what's the advice you want to give? It,
Okay. Let me come up with something. So I would say the advice I would have is I tie it back to my story is to if you feel something in your heart that it's right, just do it. No matter what other people say, and no matter even if you're like anxious and stressed about it. I guess even if there's a decision and you know it's right, but you're anxious about it, the anxiety is just a sign that you should do it and to overcome yourself in that way and just to do it anyway. Because I had that with like my big first step when I got like the one-way ticket to Bali. I just knew in my heart it was right. So there was nobody else in my environment that did like anything like this. Like all the people were like based in Germany and had no idea of going anywhere else or living anywhere else, but just
what did your parents say about you? Just living.
yeah. And I guess they had a little bit of mind that I was like crazy and that I don't understand what will do. Like just going to Bali with nothing, with nobody. they didn't, yeah, they maybe also didn't thought I was capable of it, and that I would come back after a few weeks or so because it was too hard for me in some way. So that's what they thought. But I just made the decision because I heard it in my, like I had it in my heart. I just knew that this was the next decision for me. So like a few days before, I was like very anxious and very emotional for whatever reason. And I'm doing this big step now with 21 years. But the decision was just in my heart, and I listened to my heart. And I guess I made the right decision. And if I wouldn't have made the decision, my life would be very poorly in the sense that I just stay in my comfort zone. But it's very important to listen to your heart and go out of your comfort zone if your heart tells you to go out of your comfort zone.
All right. Good. Thank you so much for the very interesting advice. For those of you listening in and watching in, okay, follow your heart. And I think it is something that everybody should try once in their life. Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Timo. For those of you watching, the this live will be published by tomorrow. All right. And then thanks. Next week we have another guest coming in, and then all the way every week until June. So please tune in. If you haven't subscribed to Timo's newsletter, right, do so. Right. And then if you just tune in and then you don't know who am I, check out my profile, check out Timo's profile as well. Okay. If not, thank you everybody. Have a nice day. Timo, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Thanks everybody.
Bye bye.